I hope you come out of this video more excited than ever before to make a BLT. Yeah, it's just a sandwich, but is it? Is it really? You know I got some tricks for you. Now let's go! Grab a sheet pan lined with parchment paper, lay out your bacon. That's how I like to do it, because if you don't do this, it's gonna make a huge mess. That parchment paper is key. And I always like to bake my bacon unless I'm making bacon bits, in which case I will just cut it all up and cook it in a pan so it deep fries in its own fat, which is amazing. Now just place that into a 400-degree oven and let it roll. 18 to 20 minutes is all it should take, and you'll have perfectly crispy bacon. Just drain it off onto some paper towel and save your bacon grease if you're into that. I know I am. Now, I need to shave. Besides that, if you want to use store-bought mayo, go ahead and do it. For me, the homemade mayonnaise absolutely makes this BLT stand out. Also, we're gonna be using poached eggs to emit that kind of raw egg flavor you get when you use raw eggs with regular mayonnaise. And so maybe that will push you over the edge to finally do it. Let's make it. Now, bring a pot of water to a light boil. You don't want it to be boiling too hard, and add a teaspoon of white vinegar. I like to crack my eggs into some ramekins like this so I can just gently release them into that water. Now, you don't want a rolling ball here. You just want a light boil simmering just like this. Pull your eggs out after 2.5 to 3 minutes, then just get them out onto a plate or a bowl or whatever. So one of my yolks broke a little bit here, but that does not matter because we're making mayonnaise. Just pop these in the fridge for 10 minutes to cool. All you need to do now is smash up some garlic, which makes it super easy to peel, and then all I need to do is take that little woody bit off the end. Now, if you've been watching me for a while, you know I love Fresno chilies. Just slice this up, seeds and all. We want that spice. With your basil, all we need to do is just pick it off the stem. Simple as that. Now, using a food processor or blender, we'll drop in our poached eggs. Food processor is preferred, but you could use a blender. Garlic going in, Fresno chili. Now, to make this really easy for you, I'm gonna make my mayo a little different today and put the acid in right away. Starting with this malnourished lemon. It's like its mother didn't give it any milk. I don't know what happened to this one. In it goes. It'll be a half a lemon in the description because this is a half a lemon or less. Now, as always with my mayo, the water goes in. This makes it really light and fluffy. Distilled white vinegar and salt. We'll start by blending all this for a minute or two. And now we'll open it up and add all our beautiful basil and return to blending. Now another minute just blending that basil, and we'll start to stream in our oil, which is avocado oil. If you've been watching me for a while, you know this is my favorite oil. And so while blending, we'll just stream that in. Bada boom. And I'm telling you, this is gonna set your BLT far apart. If you really wanna cook, if you're really into cooking and you keep just putting off making your own mayonnaises, just stop, please. Just listen to me. I know what I'm doing. I know how to make you a better cook. This will be so good for so many things. Dip fries in there, a calamari sauce, any kind of sandwiches, whatever, anything. Also, this will seriously thicken up a lot in the fridge, so it's a little thin right now. That's on purpose. Okay, now, the bread. Use whatever kind of bread you want. I'm using a rosemary sourdough for this. That's what I could find today that looked good. Ooh! And about 1/2-inch slices here is what we want. Happy days, happy days. A delicious looking tomato. I try to choose bigger ones if I can. And we'll just make nice small slices of that. If you make them too big, your BLT may not hold its shape very well, meaning it'll be messy, it won't hold together. So, kind of thin, as you can see. And since we're about to finish the sandwich here, I'm gonna lay these out, just spread them out a bit. This is also clutch, that you put some salt. And Sergeant Gilbert reporting for duty! The original. Oh, Sergeant! I caught him. It's like a cat. He's been through too much. That's just black pepper. And as far as the lettuce goes, I try to go for these living lettuces. This one, can you hear it? Just listen. It's just like so crunchy. That's what we want. But I don't like this little piece, so I'm taking that off. Now back to our bread with some softened, unsalted butter. Another clutch part. I'm telling you, this will set your sandwiches so far apart. Just do it like this. I don't like using clarified butter. I like using just softened butter like this because it's still got that cream residue and it kind of plumps up the bread and soaks into it and then crisps up in the pan. Incredible. So we're just doing one side of either piece of our bread, the outside edge obviously. Now over here into a medium heat pan, butter side down. And I'll just put a tiny bit of pressure. Be careful, you could use a spatula for this too. And we're just gonna let that roll. And what we can do here is just peek at it a little longer. Should really keep that heat medium, even a little lower, and let it crisp up slowly. Now it's been about 4 minutes and it's looking like this. This is when we wanna turn it over and just kiss the other side for about 10 seconds. If you don't do this, the mayonnaise and everything can soak into that bread too much. This kind of helps the other side be a little less absorbent, but not toasted at all. So that's it, just 10 seconds. Now Now we're ready to roll. Let's plate or assemble. Here we go. Let that bread cool down for a second. I put a little bit of my mayo in the squeeze bottle here. We'll go both sides. Nice chef squiggle tomatoes. I'm not crazy. I'm doing these on both sides. You will see. You will see. Now check it out. Just a touch more mayo, and that's gonna help this lettuce stick. Yes. Yes! And I'm doing lettuce on both sides here with these frilly bits facing out. Now coming in hot with the bacon down here. Just try to do your best to distribute it evenly. How much bacon? I'm doing an entire pack. It's 10 ounces. Oh! All we gotta do now is cap it. And this is also important here. You gotta do the chef press. Not too much, not too little. I'm not smashing it down really hard, but just a little compression. Ah! I'm gonna cut it on a slight bias here. Don't hate me for it. Oh! Ah! Looks good, don't it? Don't it? Don't it? That is what I'm talking about. Now just eat it. Oh, oh! That's gotta be the best BLT I've ever made. Wow!
Hey, Mr. Fridge! I don't think my dog's playing with his toys!
Couple treats! Couple treats for you, like that? How about some more? I got more! Like that? How about a bone? You wanna get a brush? I'll brush you! I'll brush you up, there you go! Have another! Have another! Have another! You cow! You gotta make it just like this. This is crazy. All right, my friends, hope you learned something today. Hope you enjoyed hanging out. If you're still here watching the video, you're a true friend. So drop a like, drop a comment, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications if you wanna be a psycho. And until next time, you know I love you and I'm out!